What a beautiful rainy day. Nice to be crawling on the sidewalk. What's that over there? What's that? Nope, 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 nope. Every time I have to mow my lawn, I have to pull my vehicles back from the garage because in addition to cutting the lawn, I also have to cut my freaking driveway. It freaking sucks. Every time I mow my lawn now, I am so grateful to have that thing. It's so awesome. So today I started with lawn care, and I think we're going to continue doing stuff that has to do with lawn care, and we are going to use this. If you watched the last vlog, you saw me make a cabinet for Ashley, and I got that cabinet as a trade from Alex, and this is another cabinet that I got as a trade with Alex where I made him his coffee table. So let's figure out what to do with this. I'm going to be using this outdoors, so I'm not necessarily going to do anything too crazy with it. I just don't want it to fall apart. All right, cut the music there real quick. This is my idea. Eventually, I want to put a greenhouse right here, or about right here. But kind of the way the year has been going for everyone, we're not in a position to be able to build one right now. But I do have some leftover wood from several projects that I could make a shed, I guess. And this is gonna go in the shed. Is it a shed? I don't know if it's a shed. But anyways, what I gotta do, because look how tall this is. It's taller than me. We don't maintain the grass back here except for right here in this area so that it's easy to get to the garden. But what I gotta do is take all this area here and weed whack it. Like that. It's a little bumpy. I really wish I had the skid steer. That would make things so much easier. But I do have a shovel and a rake and a pickaxe, which will come in handy. It. This is the main high spot. It's actually pretty flat here, luckily. There is a slope going that way, which is good because I want there to be runoff. I don't want there to be any standing water underneath there because that's just a mosquito nest, and the mosquitoes here are already bad enough. So I think this will be good. My plan here is to build a sort of ground level deck. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, but not right now because it's gonna rain. So I'll come back when it's a better day outside, nice and sunny for longer. Okay, look at this. Not a cloud in the sky. We do not have to worry about rain today, I hope. Anyways, here, I'm gonna be building a deck, and the deck is going to be sitting on the ground, and that means I want it made out of treated lumber. And I have two types of treated lumber here. I have the brown stuff, I don't know what its chemical makeup is, and we have the old green stuff, the stuff that had the arsenic in it. Now this is old, this is all the treated lumber I have, so I'm kind of mixing it. But I'm keeping the brown stuff on the outside because that's the stuff that may show depending on how I decide to clad my structure here. It's just that the brown looks way better than the green. Now, I don't actually know if this green has arsenic in it or not because they still make it, they just make it without the arsenic in it. And most of this green stuff didn't even come from me. So I'm here at my cousin-in-law's house grabbing some lumber here. Check out the shadow of that spider there. And there's 6 of these bad boys. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Those are intense. They're pretty big. They're not venomous at all. This is the biggest one. It's probably, I guess you can see it's the size of
an inch diameter maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Completely harmless. And oh, look at this little tiny one. I guess there's 7. Oh, there's a whole shitload of them. There's tons in here. Can you see that? There's one there, one there. Boy. Look it up in there.
We're gonna have so many.
Yeah. They're good for getting rid of the bugs you don't want.
Yeah.
But if you're freaked out about spiders, you definitely don't. You definitely don't want to be crawling under here just to get some lumber. Okay, we got a 4x4, a couple 2x6s, which will come in handy. This is what I actually need. There we go. Those 2x6s and another 4x4. 2x4, sure. Use it for a bottom plate or something. And another 2x4. There we go. That's it, I think. That's all you got, yeah. Unfortunately, it's not enough. I just found out I'm 1 piece short. It's too bad that he had way more spiders than he did 2x6.
That's that. And the spiders have clearly taken it.
Yeah, there's like one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. Little guy there, little guy right there. One there, one there. Oh, there's none on this one. Probably because we opened the gate and knocked it. There probably used to be one on those too. One right there. One right there. One right there. Right there. Right there. 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 I wonder if there's any arachnophobes watching this. There. There. Where else? There. 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 Right 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 there. There. Man, how many is there? There's one down there. Holy shit, dude! You gotta.
Look, it's at the point where we might have to call pest control.
Yeah, dude, there's so freaking many. Oh man.
Like, hey, what do you want us to do with these spiders?
There's another one there, there. Look at all those ones. Those ones are tiny. Those ones are babies. They just hatched or what? Dang. Anyways, let's grab this wood and get that loaded into the truck. Haha! Luckily, my mom has this stack of wood in her yard. And notice how there's some green wood there. And when I say green, I just mean like the color green. I don't know how easily that shows up, but this is pressure treated, and for whatever reason, it's green. Except for now you can get brown stuff that is much better. Now you might be wondering why the heck I would want pressure treated, just in case you're not familiar. Well, it lasts a long time. Like this piece of wood here has been sitting back there for years, I think since I lived at home. And it's perfectly fine, just needs a little dirt rubbed off of it. Rubbed off of it? Is that the right way to say that? Hey, can you come rub my wood? It's got dirt on it. Probably brushing. Brushing would be the proper term. Brush the dirt off. Sometimes I wonder if I should edit out some of the things I say. Too funny. Oh. There we go, done. Now, we want to check that this thing is square. So basically just take a tape measure from one corner to the adjacent corner, right? And then do it the other way as well, so you make like an X. If both measurements are the same, then you know it's square. For little things like this, they're usually not out of square too much. And after that, we have to put a decking on top of it, some sort of cladding to make a floor, because obviously this is not going to be easy to walk on if we have to do it like this. I have some right over here. Now the only problem is that it's all cutoffs and scraps, and there's only that much of it. My platform is way bigger than what that is. So I am going to have to go get some more, but I do want to use this up. And right now there's actually a shortage on treated lumber for some reason. So this, I might have to use all scrap anyways. Not a big deal. I'm not sure why there's a shortage. Could be COVID, could be tariffs. I have no idea. But I knew I was saving this for a reason. I just didn't know what the reason was until now. Thread the needle. Thread the needle. Ugh. Didn't know it'd be that tight. Good thing it's not that heavy. Okay. Get in here. Okay, now I am going to put it into place. What I need to do is cut up this piece of treated lumber and use that for blocking. I'm not going to put it on stilts like I put the coop on, and I'm not going to put anything permanent in the ground because I want it to be movable. So for now, to make it sit level and stuff, I'm just going to stack it up on top of pieces of this 2x10, 2x12. Nice. Okay, now that I have that all placed, it looks crooked from the fence post, especially if you look from this angle, but it's not crooked from matching up. Man, I almost raked myself. Good thing it's turned the right way. That would have sucked. Homer Simpson. It is going to be nicely lined up with how we have the coop. And the coop is movable. Like, I made it so that we could move it. We don't want any permanent foundations, otherwise we have to pay more taxes and whatnot. But it's gonna stay there. So leaving that there like that, I want to situate this somewhat straight just in case this is where we want to keep it. And if we do want to keep it, we'll probably do something better for down below. But this is just going to be a what I've come to decide is a porch. So right now it's just kind of a ground level deck, and it will be covered like a porch. And I have an idea, and I haven't decided yet in real time if it will be in the thumbnail or in the title or description what it's going to be, but I have an idea in my head. Perhaps you know what it is, perhaps you do not. Okay, so here's some of the wood that I collected throughout building this so far. Some treated, some yellow, some treated that I got from one of the job sites I'm currently working on. This was extra. Might need it for the bottom plate depending on if I have enough short pieces or not. Hopefully this and what I still have left over there and over here underneath the sun, hopefully it's enough to finish the build. Fingers crossed. These pieces here still have a whole bunch of spiders on them. These ones came from Jesse's house. Thanks, Jesse, by the way. I don't think he watches my videos. These I'm hoping to use as the bottom plates for the two ends if they're long enough. Looks like that one is good. And this one, it's too short. But that's okay. I can actually use it as a bottom plate for right here. It's actually too long for there. And you will find out as you keep watching why. this is my layout. We got a post here, studs here, and our top plate will go up there, meet a beam there, and there. And then I have to do the same thing with this. So this is a bottom plate, that's a bottom plate, top plate is whatever. Since I'm designing on the fly, it's a little different. So each one of these was cut at an angle to accept the top plate for it all to kind of tie together. So what I'm going to do is screw all the posts and studs to the bottom plate, screw them to each other if it's a post, and then measure out my spacing and then put on the top plate. This is so much easier when you have a blueprint or some sort of plan to go off of. And someone figures out all the hard stuff for you, and you just got to do the easy stuff and build it. Alright, I'm basically done the one wall, but it's getting dark out now, so I'm going to call it a day. I didn't have my nail gun with me because it's on site, so I had to use a drill, which got the job done, but it takes way longer. And I don't want to work in the dark, so we'll carry on tomorrow. Well, it's not tomorrow, it's several tomorrows. But I did get my nail guns off site. I don't need this one, this is a hanger nailer, so I'll put that away. I will need this one, so I'll leave this one out. It's been several tomorrows because I had to finish 2 jobs. The one where I started with the nail gun, remember I was framing my friend's basement? Well, after that, I also had to build a deck, which went fine at first, but then the last day it completely sucked. The first day was super sunny. It was like plus 32 or something Celsius, and then the last day was pouring rain. But we got through it, finished the deck. I didn't do a railing on it, but they didn't want a railing. They're gonna get a different kind of railing. Doesn't matter. Anyways, the last few days where I haven't been working on this project, which by the way is for Ashley's birthday. I am terrible at actually getting the gifts to her on time. Last year I did that freaking chicken coop, which took like, what, 3 or 4 months, something like that. But this time, for her birthday, one of the tomorrows, we went kayaking, and it was a damn good time. Oh man. Came up to a beaver dam here. Just over there behind Ashley is the Beaver Lodge, or whatever you call it. We have to get from this pool back into this creek to keep going, and we have to go over the dam here. So, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pull Ashley over. And then I'll push myself over. Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, your paddle might be try to make you go through this area so that you don't get tipped. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice. Yeah, now I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna scoop. Damn good time. Eh? Good pun or what? I had to think of that ahead of time because obviously today is today and that was days ago. Okay, got our air nailer, which is going to make the next wall go up nice. way faster than screwing. The only thing is that this is all the lumber that I have left here. So let's go find some more. I know that I have some scrap that I've been meaning to get rid of, as in use, at the front of the house, where I found those legs. Remember that cabinet I made, Ashley, last vlog? Well, right beside there's a bunch of lumber. Well, not a bunch. Well, a bunch. But I can only use some of it for this, and may as well go pick that up now. And some of it came from inside the house. When we bought the house, we did a lot of demo and stuff, and I kept as much as I could. And then some of it actually came from the deck that we used to have here, which is no longer because it was falling apart. It was absolute garbage. But some of the wood was still good, so I kept it. And I'm glad I did, because now I can use it for this project. 2x4s here. I can use the 2 long ones, and I'll probably use those 2x10s there as well. Oh, those are a little heavy. Now, if I run out of 2x4s out of here and there, I also have some on the side of the shop there. It's kind of more newer stuff. I used some new stuff here as well, along with the scrap. And speaking of scrap, you know how I built this deck out of scrap? I did have to go get some new stuff because I didn't have enough. They were 6-foot lengths, which because locally or close by to me right now, all of the long lengths are gone. I was lucky to, oh hey, check it out, a bee. I don't know if you follow my Instagram, then you saw me with a bee on my thumb. I'm so sorry, I can't tell if this is oh no, if it's fuzzy or not. My camera is broken. I'm gonna go put them on a flower. Actually, let's check it out. We got these. Oh no, come here buddy, go in there. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, scrap. Locally right now, all the long lengths are all gone, and they are not getting any more of this treated stuff. So getting the 6-foot lengths and this being an 8-foot deck, it kind of all worked out, because I would have had to stagger joints anyways, and since I like the look and that's what I had, that's fine. Now the deck that I put over on the coupe is all full length. There's no joints. And that's to partially match the aesthetic of the siding that we put on this thing, where we also used full length. There's no butt joints in the siding there at all. So kind of, you know, a thing that we did there. Now, when you see the finished aesthetic of this structure, you'll understand why I, in fact, wanted to use this scrap and have a bunch of staggered butt joints in here. However, had I been a little more patient, I could have used all of this scrap left over here from this deck to do what I wanted to do. Oh well, I'll use it for a different project somewhere. I don't know. And just a quick note, the deck that I built there is actually made out of long stuff. I just had to get it from a lumber yard that happened to have it further out, but I used a lot of theirs, what they had left as well. There's a shortage. Anyways, back on scrap. I got some scrap wood here, some leftovers and whatnot. I will need some of this. Also, I have a pile over there, which I've already taken some stuff from, but there should be some good stuff here I can also use for the next step. Also have a few pieces right here by the garage, and on the other side of this wall I have a few pieces here as well. And also I have some way back there as well. And you might remember that I did use some of this already for the table that I built for Alex as a trade for the cabinet that I'm building the structure for. This will work. This is 1x. Oh, whoops, sorry buddy. I don't know if that was our buddy Cooper or not. I was not expecting to see that. We get a bunch of garter snakes in piles of wood like this in this area, probably everywhere. It's a good spot for snakes. But I will take this one by here, and I know I have a little bit more kind of close to where I'm building this structure. So I'll grab that as well. Now some of you eagle-eye viewers will notice that this looks a little bit different. This wasn't here before, but this was, and this is what I've come to get. I'm not sure exactly why I have it here, but I do, and I need it. Because the next step that I'm working on this thing is skinning the walls, sheeting the walls, I don't know what you would call it, boarding the walls, because the structure is done. I've been working on this for about a day and a half or so. I had some other things I had to do, so I couldn't do it all in one shot. I tried to make everything out of scrap, I tried not to buy anything, unfortunately for the roof. So even though I had to go out and buy this stuff, it is scrap. I got this for 1 cent, and then I got 3 more for 1 cent, which is why I'm not using full sheets on the roof here. It just makes more sense to do it this way. Now I thought this was treated because of this. Looking at the side, it looked treated because it was stacked up. But once I got to the pieces, it looks like it's just leaching from a treated sheet. So this had a treated sheet on top of it, and some of the treated whatever came off of that piece of plywood and onto this piece of plywood, along with the other 3 that I had. This is what a treated board actually looks like, whereas this one just has leaching from a treated board sitting on top of it. That's okay, it'll work. So what you've seen so far is this little structure that you know so far is going to hold this cabinet that I got from Alex as a partial trade. It's actually a little bit more, and I will explain that as the video goes on. But let me explain why I've decided to use small sheets of call lumber for the roof. So if I were to use full sheet goods for this roof, I would need to buy 2 pieces of plywood. I was going to buy 3/4 inch because I need it to be strong, and I was going to buy them treated. Those 2 sheets would have cost me $70 a piece, so that's $140. These pieces here that I found in the call lumber section cost me a penny each. Now that's due to some sort of weird computer error at the contractor desk. They're actually supposed to cost $7 and some amount of cents each, but even still, the amount that I paid or should have paid is way less than what I would have had to pay if I would have gotten full sheet goods. Now the only thing I'm losing out on is the fact that they're not treated, which honestly I've decided over the last day and a half or so isn't that big of a deal. As I've been building this structure, I kind of have been having the wheels cranking in my head, trying to figure out how to make what I want to make possible with all the elements that I need. And treated lumber isn't necessarily one of them, because I'm going to be putting down a protective layer of plastic anyways. Now this whole structure is supposed to be a gift for Ashley, and she knows that I'm building it. She's seen it because it's right next to the chicken coop, and it's kind of hard to hide anyways. But she doesn't know what I have planned for the roof, which is the birthday surprise type element of the structure. Don't you hate it when you forget to can't even talk straight. Don't you hate it when you forget to bring a ladder? So this is what I've been doing for the last day and a half or so. I hope that vague explanation made sense. I think it did. But now that I'm here, I want to make it so that you can no longer walk through the walls. I suppose if you're Patrick, you still could. I mean, a lot of this wood is over 100 years old, so maybe there's ghosts in it. Okay, we're gonna do the inside first. It is raining out there. I am freaking soaked. I don't know how easily you can see that, but it is pouring. Luckily it's just water, and I powered through it, and I decided to finish up the rest of the interior walls, and I think it is looking pretty freaking good. Most of it is old stock, 100 years old, 50 years old, 40, you know, it's old. You get it. Some of it might only be a few years old, I don't know. Oh look, it's Hank. He's like, hey, what are you doing back here? But I also decided to use some new stuff that I just had on hand. I'm not really going to use this for much. This was leftovers from something. I'm not sure what. But I don't need it. Hank is going out that door. I'll let you know what this is for later, because I think due to the weather, I'm going to call it here. I'm just going to bring this inside. I mean, I'm not going to get a lot of money for it if I bring it on the Antique Roadshow. But this is its second rainstorm out in the elements, and I don't want it to get more ruined. So let's bring that in.
No sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away.
Ah, of course.
I know, 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 I gotta leave young thing alone, 'cause there ain't no sunshine when she's gone. In darkness every day, ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away, anytime she goes away, anytime she goes away.
There we go. Let's get out of this rain. Man, we had some rain yesterday, but today it looks like it's going to be nice and sunny. Now you might be wondering why the slope of the roof is coming towards us, and you might be wondering why there's a doorway leading to nowhere, and you might be wondering why I am taking this door here to the actual little structure thing that I'm calling a porch. And you might be wondering why it's called a porch. Well, this door we were going to use for the chicken coop, but it was too big, so I've decided to use it here. It's going to go somewhere like this, and it's going to be leading to this area right here, obviously. And this area right here, remember at the very beginning where I said we wanted to build a greenhouse? Look at this guy. So many bees. Well, this is the entrance to the greenhouse now. And this building here is the porch to the greenhouse. It serves as a porch, but also it's a shed. That's why I didn't know what to call it at first. It is going to be tool storage and whatever else we're going to need for the garden, minus the big stuff like the tiller. We'll probably have a lawnmower to mow the grass around in the path and stuff. All that kind of stuff will be in a different building. But this is perfect for like the hand tools and the easy access stuff, and for the stuff that we'll need in the greenhouse. For the bigger stuff, I want to build like a root cellar, and I think the entrance to the root cellar will also serve as another shed for the big stuff. And I have kind of an original idea for that. I want to build it like a hobbit house. Now this is not my original idea. Where we used to live, one of our neighbors had something very similar to this, and Ashley really liked it. So it's basically just a china cabinet within a shed, and the only difference between ours and theirs is that ours is going to be an entrance to a greenhouse, which makes it so that our roof has to slope the opposite way. And speaking of the roof, it's time for the next step, which is forgot the drip edge. Okay, done. Except for the siding. I'm gonna let Ashley decide if she wants it to match the chicken coop or if she wants it to be something different. We'll take care of that and some of the trim on another day, because I don't know what she would like. But now it's time to do the exciting part. So this has become a little bit of a crib or a basket or a bed or something. And the other day I bought some of this, I don't know, growing mix stuff, and I hid it back here because I didn't want Ashley to see it, because I didn't want her to know what I was up to. So this I got from a greenhouse, and I asked them, does this have good drainage? Because I'm going to be putting it on a roof. And they said, I don't know. And I said, well, it's a good thing I came to a greenhouse. So I'm going to open this up and see if it has some good aggregate in it. It does say that it has aggregate plus. I don't know what that means. I just need it to be big enough stuff so that I have drainage off this roof. I may have to put gravel up there. No matter, we'll figure it out. Well, that doesn't look like it has a lot of aggregate in it. I guess I'm gonna have to go dig up some gravel. We have a bit of a gravel pit. It's more of a gravel hole at this point that I will borrow some from. Okay, now I gotta rinse this. I figure the less dirt there is, the better. I'm gonna be putting the rocks down and then some landscaping cloth and then the good stuff. I was gonna pick up some of these larger rocks too. I have no idea how to do anything with gardening, drainage, and all that kind of stuff, so I'm just kind of guessing. I didn't get very much help at the greenhouse with what to do. I'm sure Ashley might know, but I can't really ask her and keep it a surprise at the same time, so this is my guesswork. No worries though, I'll figure it out. Alright. So you see that little crack I have in there? That is what I don't want to get clogged up with dirt and stuff, and that is why I need the rocks. So that water and stuff, the excess water that's not used, can escape. Some landscaping cloth. Now you might be asking, won't the wood up there rot on the sides? Absolutely it will eventually rot, but that's okay. we have the ability, because I screwed it, to take them off and put new ones on there. I was going to put cedar, but I didn't have any cedar on me, so I just used what I had. And then also another question that I see coming is, won't the water that goes off the sides, if it does, go into the siding underneath? No. When I said that I forgot the drip edge, I solved that problem. This has some moisture trapped under it, probably because of the rain yesterday and then the hot sun on this now, so I'll have to put some spacers under here so that it drains. But anyways, if moisture on top of here were to flow to the side and go down this crack here, which is very possible, it will just follow my drip edge here and fall off. Now this is excess, this is going to get cut off, but the same principle applies. Now the siding is going to be touching this, and it's going to be well behind the drip edge, so none of the moisture and stuff will get behind the siding and inside the wall. Not that it really matters, because this is a skeleton structure, lots of cracks and stuff, no vapor barrier or anything, so it doesn't matter if moisture gets in there per se. But our shiplap that we're going to have here will keep as much as possible out of there. Kind of a bad explanation, but I hope you kind of get it. Now what I'm going to do is take this landscaping cloth and put it down here after I spread out the rocks. Now the rocks, I want them spread out to go up against that crack there, which is going to be where all the excess water should drain out in theory. So I only need enough to go in there, I think. I mean, I don't really know. Again, I don't really know how to do this kind of stuff. I'm just kind of guessing with what sort of makes the most sense. I just don't want that crack to get clogged up with dirt. So I'm hoping this will be a solve for that. Right, now some dirt. I don't know how successful this will be, but I'm going to try to just shovel it up there. I'm supposed to mix this with some soil, so we'll see how it goes. Not bad. Oh, it's nice and wet. Okay, I'm mixing it with about 8 bags of topsoil here. I really don't know if this is going to be enough. It's probably actually not enough to prevent freezing over the winter. So this might have to change. I don't know. We'll see as it goes. If we can put annual, or what is the perennial, whatever it is when it's not annual. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be able to plant up here, but I am going to let Ashley pick whatever it is. It's the end of the season, so a lot of the plants are on sale right now. So even if it's one of those plants that comes back every year and it dies because of the freezing issue, because we are above ground here and we only have about, I don't know, I'd say about 6 inches of soil here, it'll probably freeze. But even if it is, everything's on sale. Who knows? Maybe she'll decide to plant grass and not flowers. We'll have to see tomorrow. On another note, have you ever seen the color red turn to blue? What about this thing?
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, they're good for -40.
Okay. Let's get one of those. Some of them are not in great shape,
No,
but let's pick the best one.
Not bad.
Okay, grab that one. Put that in the basket.
This one.
Oh, that's a better one. Oh yeah, that one's not bad. Okay.
What is this? It's like our back field.
Yeah, but it's dead.
Why?
I don't know.
What do they call it?
Dead wheat?
Variegated feather reed grass.
Feather reed grass.
This is seriously what we have just in our field, though.
How much does it cost? $30 for dead grass. We could make a killing. Got what we want from this store, now we're going to another. Okay. One of those. A white one is nice. What about a pink one?
Yeah.
What about, is this the same orange? Yeah. What about a yellow one?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, excellent.
This is a pink flower. So we can get one of these.
I like it. What about this?
Yeah, that's a perennial too. That's different.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, it has all the tops are cut off.
This one too.
Oh, is it supposed to?
It's probably just the dead ones.
Ooh, what about this? This looks like echinacea. It is!
Is it really?
That's a nice shade of green. That's a good one. These are for sure gonna die, right?
I think they're perennials, but I don't know if they'll survive on the roof.
We don't know if anything's gonna survive on the roof. Let's give it a shot. I think that looks nice.
Hardy to minus 40 Fahrenheit.
Which
but
is the
also
same.
minus 40 Celsius. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, let's
So
try
maybe it might survive.
It's a long shot, but we were looking at these, and I think it would be so cool to have one of these on there, but it's probably going to die. Is it worth the $10.50? Yes. All right, now to bring all these bad boys home. Sorry, Hank. You're all packed in here. Decided to pick up 8 more bags of soil. We'll probably need it. I know nothing about planting. Ashley's inside getting changed, so I'm gonna get all this dirt on the roof and then we can start planting. Rained quite a bit last night, so it's pretty muddy. Ashley's just letting out the chickens so that they can free range while we start planting here. So I think I'm going to take some of the plants there and kind of just stage them up here and then go back down there, and me and Ashley will kind of look and see what we like better. So I'm just going to open up some of these, spread them out so there's not so much up here. And then we're putting a lot of weight on the roof of this structure, and that might be a worry to some, but the way I built it, it will easily handle all this weight plus all the weight from the snow that'll come this winter. No problem. And if there are issues, I can always remedy them. Okay, we got them how we want them, and now it is time to actually put them in the dirt. Got my handy dandy shovel that I got for free from probably the take it or leave it at the dump. Let's do this. I feel like I need a ribbon ceremony. Is this dirt deep enough for this stuff? Hopefully. All you gardener type people, let me know how I can improve this if you know about planting on roofs and stuff, because I am a noob and I would like for this to be a success.
I'd like them to come back.
Yes, we would like them to come back. Some of these have tags that give you some instruction. What I'm most concerned about is the spacing. I don't want them to be too close together, but I do want it to look full up here. Like I said, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Oh man. Now this one, I'm pretty sure is not going to be a success, but I like how it's like all like dangly, and it's supposed to grow just the way that they pruned it or whatever off, but I'm afraid it might need a lot more rootingness than what we can provide up here. But we'll give it a go. If it dies, oh well. There we go. Something like that. There you go. Thank you. So much for keeping my knees clean. Don't need this anymore. This can go in its new spot. Maybe there. I don't know if that will actually be its new spot, but maybe. Ashley's gonna curate where the tools and stuff go. Now we didn't do the siding yet because I'm not sure if we're gonna make it match the coop or not. I don't know. Stay tuned for another vlog for what we're gonna do with that plus other stuff, because there are plans for our garden area. But most importantly, what do you think of it?
I love it. It's great.
Thank God. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I like peacocks better.
Peacocks are cool, but I didn't
for it?
paint a peacock yet. But people buy a lot of these. Okay, so these ones, I have all the addresses and everything. And they all need to be crated, I guess.
Or just box. These smaller ones just need to be
Whatever.
boxed up,
Okay, the big one needs to be crated.
Yeah, the big one needs
This
to
one's
be
going to
crated.
France.
Ooh.
So I don't, that's probably going to take a while with the COVID thing.
Well, it's not so much as the it's the size. I don't think you can can a post 40 by 30. I don't think you can can a post this.
Well, whoever else.
What'd you charge them?
200.
Oh shit, nowhere near enough.